Hi parents and students, just wanted to talk to you about how you can write an algebraic equation based off of a story problem. So first thing I want students to do is to go ahead and read the problem and identify which numbers or variables they're talking about. So in this case, Neil divides 15 pounds of gravel equally among the aquariums in the Science Center. Which equation shows how many pounds of gravel, G, will be put into each of the aquariums, A? So after the students read it, they should circle what numbers or letters they are talking about. So we're talking about 15, we're talking about G, and we're talking about A. Sometimes they will have to come up with a variable at the end of the story problem for what they're trying to find out. After they figure out what numbers or letters they're talking about, go ahead and tell me what each one means. So in this case, 15 stands for the total amount of gravel. The G stands for the amount of gravel in each aquarium. And the A stands for the number of aquariums. After the students have written down what each number or variable means, I want them to reread them, and then figure out which number would be the highest. So 15 stands for the total amount of gravel, and it's very important when you're figuring out if they have the word total, make sure you write that in there. G stands for the amount of gravel in each aquarium, and A stands for the number of aquariums. Sometimes the highest number can be a variable, but in this case, 15 is going to be my highest because it is the total amount of gravel that they have to divide into the different groups. In this one, it's telling you that they're going to be splitting them into the different aquariums. And when you're splitting something, students should know that they are going to divide. So I have them go ahead and write it like this with the division symbol there. And then they have to start thinking, if 15 is my highest number, where would I put 15 in this equation? And they should know 15, the highest, always has to go in the front of the equation if it's division. It doesn't matter where my other two letters go, as long as the highest number is in the correct spot. I can also write this as 15 divided by A equals G. And since we're going and talking about division, I know the opposite of division is multiplication. So they could also write it as A, the amount of aquariums I have, times G, the amount of gravel I put in each aquarium, equals 15, or G times A equals 15. The most important part in this, parents, is to make sure that the students have the highest number in the correct spot.